So Radio 1, 107.5 is a Radio 1 station. And for those who don't know, Radio 1 is one of the largest radio conglomerates in the nation, probably only rivaled by Clear Channel. And, you know, they pretty much have a lock on mainstream radio today. And they have certain program directors in control of things that they only allow certain things to be played on air. But, you know, I had a couple of connects with a couple people up at Radio 1 and called them up and said, well, yo, what's the deal? You know, I heard copyright up in there the other week, you know, yada yada, such and such was on there. What's the deal with me getting my people's blueprint and logic up there?
Cousin Sean had said that we had the opportunity to go up to 107, which is the main radio station, hip-hop and R&B radio station here in Columbus, Ohio. And so he told me to hit up Blueprint and, you know, see if he was interested.
At the time he said it, it was kind of like a joke to me, you know. I was like, yeah, right. You know, I thought he was kind of joking because I'm thinking there's no way these motherfuckers are going to play my shit. And I was like, all right, cool, we'll do it.
The man that I had made the connect with was kind of like the supporting cast, if you will. He was the man who, you know, was the commentator. He wasn't the main DJ or whatnot, you know what I'm saying? And so we were people from way back, and he knew about Blueprint and the logic.
The other DJ, who was the main guy, that guy didn't have any clue.
He apparently was in a bad mood already that day for some unknown reason. Didn't really greet us when we came in, didn't really, you know, say much to us or whatnot, you know, so we bantering with my man Sean, who was the connect. And, you know, so we're like, okay, well, let's go ahead and get down to business. They up on air, you know, everything's rolling, they going through the show.
Logic had a record that was more like clubby sounding. It never came out, but it sounded more clubby, you know, the 8076 record. And so they played that. They were like, word, you know. So dude came on in. He was like, oh, yeah, you know, I like Logic, you know.
Get done with listening to his tracks, though, on Blueprint's tracks. And I think it was 1988 at the time, I think was the album.
Little did I know, this cat had not even listened to my music yet.
He's listening to it, nodding his head, you know. Now we get back to talking. Okay, so give me your feedback. What do you think, you know? Dude's like, I don't know, man. It just don't really fit the format.
And this guy knew nothing about me or what I did, and he was saying things to the effect of kind of like he was protecting me, like man, you know, because people gonna call in, man, and they can be mean, you know, like, I just, you know, I don't know if I play this, man. I mean, you know, I just don't know, man. Are you sure? I mean, you sure you know, you want me to play this on the air? And he was talking to me like he was like my father, kind of like sunning me, like I had never considered the fact that someone might not like my song. So eventually what happened was I was like, okay, just flip it over and listen to the B-side, because I knew the B-side was more up, you know, straightforward. He listened to the B-side. He's like, all right, okay. Begrudgingly, he agrees to play this. Now, this is all going on at the commercial break. This is only like a 3-minute period that this interaction is going on. And so they come back on the air. He plays Dead Presidents. He plays it, and the phones start lighting up. Dudes are like, who is this? This is dope. Who's this? I was like, oh, that's Blueprint. Yeah, they got a show Saturday. And then he kind of switched then, like, he never admitted that he did me wrong, you know, but he was just like, oh, okay. Which is something that is maybe like a lesson that we all have to think, because sometimes, you know, you think that you have to fit that format to like be successful, and that everybody that listens to the radio wants to hear the same thing over and over again, but they don't. There's room for voices that are different, and that exercise, all it did was gave me more resolve. I mean, it pissed me off because I went home and I wrote Radio-Inactive right after. It pissed me off, and that was at the time, that was the longest rhyme I ever wrote. You know, it was like 4 minutes straight of rhyming, but I was just like really mad about that. But at the same time, it validated who I am as an artist.